Congratulations, Jeffrey Bezos, Jeffrey Bezos, Jeffrey Bezos.
Thank you for the 8 months with the Prime. Yeah, me and Maddie are gonna have a Twitch baby in a month. I'm pregnant. What's the difference between being a mod and an admin? This is a very easy question. The difference between a mod and a admin. A mod is bad and admin is cool. I mean, a mod is like where you start out. It's like, say you're starting a job, right? You're starting at like, I don't know, a cash register, for example. And then like admin is like manager, basically. That's basically it. It's just like admin is just a higher above a mod. They're closer to the streamer. They do more. Or some people call this like a head mod. Yeah, there's not very much of a difference, if I'm gonna be honest. When I mod for servers, it's really chaotic. How do I stay calm during them? Any tips or exercises or something like that? See, this is why I stay towards like the small streamer comfort. I mean, I mod for 2 chaotic streamers, Shup and Nessie, and they're kind of... I don't know much about Discord modding because I don't do it anymore. And I don't do it for... Well, this is kind of one of the reasons why I don't do it. But also just like, Discord's toxic, dude. Like, I have my own Discord. I have 2 Discords. You kind of just have to go with the flow. Have other mods around you. I can't say do what you do because like, it's chaotic. I don't do like exercises or things like that. I just try to stay calm and I do what I think is best. And if you're really overwhelmed with it, you know, talk to the streamer, talk to the other mods, say, hey, this is too much for me, I may have to step away. What initially got you into modding? Ooh, this is a good one. So my friend Ethan Coy, I was actually like, I was 11 when I made my first Twitch account, which I know is not TOS, so it's gone now, don't ban me. But my friend Ethan Coy streamed on Twitch at the time, and like I knew what a mod was, but like I wasn't like active on it. I was one of those like self-promoters that would like go into other people's chat and be like, oh my god, my friend Ethan's live, you should go check him out. And actually one of the girls ratted me out and was like, Debbie's self-promoting, and I was like, what's that? I'm like 11, I'm like, what is that? Please help. So that kind of got me into it. And then in 2019 I came back to Twitch and I actually met James Charles like in person, like the day before I got modded for him, and he recognized my name. He was like, I need mods. And I was like, ooh, pick me, choose me, love me. And I started modding for James. Then I saw like all these streamer tips on TikTok by like Caliente. Who else was doing them at the time? A person named somebody named Nubbins. Like 2019/2020 streamer tips. And I was like, we need this for like mods. And then that's when I made TikTok and things like that. And then I just literally the summer of 2020, I was modding from like noon to 2 a.m. Like I was doing 12-hour modding days on top of streaming myself. And like that was too much and I knew I had to slow down. And that's when I slowed down a little bit. Now I'm more slow down. Have you made connections within the Twitch community? Of course. I wouldn't say like making connections through Twitch is the best way. I mostly make my connections through Twitter. But in 2020, again, lack of talent, that's how I met my friend Bird. And I modded for him for almost a year. But then, you know, I watched BB Jess. From BB Jess, I found Shup. From Shup, I found Cryo Justin. And what else have I found from there? Sky. And Nightly. And a whole bunch of other people. From Nessie, I've met so many people. So many VTubers, because like, you know, I'm not really into VTubing. so yeah, I've made connections within Twitch. I've met some of my best friends through Twitch and TikTok and everything in between. But most of my like actual connections are through Twitter. Like if you don't have Twitter, then what the fuck are you doing? How have you been able to mod for so many content creators? TikTok. For all mods, including Dempsters, who's your favorite member? People have favorite members? Ew. You should not have a favorite member. I don't know who asked this, but you should not have a favorite member. Even like me modding for other people, I don't have favorite members. There's some that I dislike, don't get me wrong. There's definitely people I've disliked. Is it scary talking to different communities when you're new and coming as a first time chat? Yes. When I first met Nessie, I was fucking terrified. Because, okay, so Nessie followed me on TikTok for about a year before I even like went into her stream. Which sounds so bad because I usually like see other people, right? And I was like, oh, I'm your favorite Twitch mod. I recognize you from TikTok. But I came to say hey. And she was like, you're your favorite Twitch mod? That's you? Like, she was like freaking the fuck out. And she was like, oh my god, I've been watching like all your TikToks and all your tips and your TikToks are so good. Just like praising me. And I'm like, don't even know this girl. I never checked out her account, anything. Oh, she applied for the show I was doing, or was gonna do. She applied for the show and I was like, let me go check her out. And she just happened to be live. And I think I literally sat there the whole time. I was like, I love you. I'm in love. I'm in love with you. That's it. I try to step away from like being too deep in communities because ever since, you know, something that happened in the earlier this year, with like talking to the community so much, and it just gets me in trouble at the end of the day because I'm so involved with communities and stuff like that. It gets me in trouble and I don't like it. So I've taken time to just like step back and like focus on me, but again, that's just me. But it's definitely scary going in new anything, to be honest. Talking in a new chat, modding or not. Okay, what is the smart way to answer why do you want to be a mod? And what can you bring to the team that others can't on mod applications? I hate this question with an ultimate passion. Thank you for the 23 biddies. Thank you for all the biddies. I appreciate it. For the shits and giggles. Yes, for the shits and giggles. Why do you want to be a mod? I usually put something like, oh, I want to be active in the community. I want to get to know the community more, and I want to help out. I want to make sure that the streams go smoothly. I want to get to know the community more and connect with them, but also connect with you and the mod team. What can you bring to the team? I can make sure that, you know, I stay active and, you know, again, that things are going smoothly and help you run things smoothly while also having fun. That's what I usually put. Ooh, how do you tell what's supposed to get deleted or not? I still have this issue. About like what to delete and not delete. It depends on the streamer. It really depends on the streamer because, you know, I know some streamers that hate to see their viewer count and I have to delete it right away before they even see it. But somebody like Nightly, they don't really care if you say the viewer count that much. So again, it depends on the streamer. I would look over the rules. If they have a like mod guide, go through that. But honestly, just ask the streamer, like straight up, like, hey, like, I don't know if this was supposed to get deleted or not. Or like, can you tell me what's supposed to get deleted or not? I recently just made like a little mod chat command mod guide for my mods. How do you differentiate your own standards of what isn't acceptable behavior versus what the streamer might think? Again, ask the streamer. It varies streamer to streamer. Obviously, like slurs, trigger words, stuff like that, I just automatically delete. You know, you have to know your basic Twitch etiquette, which I want to make a video on, so stay tuned if you're watching on YouTube. Opinions on mod view versus non-mod view and moderating. Also, Mike, I know Mike's not fucking here, but I know this is Mike's question. Hot dogs are tacos, I agree. I hated mod view. For the longest time, for like a year and a half, I hated mod view. I started using it in April-ish of 2021 because of my PC. My old PC was an all-in-one PC, and don't ever use it for modding. Don't do it. And it actually like made my stream like, well, the person I was watching like less laggy in a way. So ModView kind of helped me in that sense, and then ever since then I've been using it, and I fucking love it. If you're not gonna use ModView, at least use something that has like mod icons. I was on a random Genshin streamer, and the streamer asked what characters were their favorite to each chatter. This one follower said the name of a character that I liked, and one of the mods said ew in the name of the character. The follower instantly kept quiet and stopped being chatty. It rubbed me the wrong way. Is it okay? Is it okay for the mods to say bad things about what the follower likes? I see that as bad behavior. Honestly, I wouldn't sub to that streamer. And I don't even care to remember their name to want to go back. What do you think? Jesus, are you okay? Oh my god. For what I learned in this past year or so, is that even though I'm a friendly mod and like I know who to joke with and who not to joke with, people still think of you as a highly, like a higher role, like a role model kinda. That's just not something I would want to be around. So I would also not go back, to be fair. How to answer mod questions for mod applications? Be honest. Be honest. That's all I got. How often do you open up your mod applications? I do it, to be honest. It depends like on your chat and like how active your chat is. Obviously, if you jumped from 10 viewers to 100, you're gonna open up mod applications, right? And then like your TikTok blows up, and then all of a sudden you go from 100 to 500 or 500 to 1,000. Like, you're gonna keep opening up your mod applications. I know some people that have their mod applications just open at all times. I open them up when I need to. If I'm like, okay, my mods are not really around anymore, let's change something. Can I have mod? No. I just open them when I need to. You do you. Do you ever get burnt out? Yes. Yes, and I think that's why I mod for so many people, because like, okay, I can get burnt out from Shup, but then again, I can go to Nessie. Or like, I can get burnt out from Nessie, and then go to like Nightly. So, I don't know. I can jump around, but take a break. Take a break when you need it. That's all I will say. That's smart, I know. The good thing though, I don't get burned out often because I love doing it, but I have it spread out. So that's why I have like Nessie in the morning, and then like maybe like Jessica Nook in the afternoonish, like 3 or 4, and then I'll have like Justin, and like all my nighttime people like Shup, Nightly, Grantis sometimes goes live at 1 in the morning, and I'm like, girly, I'm going to bed. But that's why I have them like spread out, so I'm not like too burnt out. And don't go to every stream if you're gonna get burnt out. What questions are usually asked in an interview if the application goes well? So I only had like 1 interview, and that was for Nessie. And it was mostly like, okay, like basic shit, like what's your name, age, time zone, blah blah blah. What times are you available? They'll kind of go over like my application, and like one of the problems that Nessie had was like, okay, you're a college student. Are you gonna have time for me? And I'm like, I mostly have time most days. And you know, she goes over the requirement of like being in Discord events and like mod meetings, and I'm like, I'm going to try to make it to whatever I can. I'm usually an active person. But again, just be honest. And if anything changes, be like, okay, things are gonna change. I'll let you know X, Y, and Z. Ocean is I hate everything. Nessie out. Nessie out. Your biggest goal as a content creator, go full time and just making people happy. That's why I do this in the first place, is to make people happy. That's what I want to do. Advice on Twitch growth, TikTok. What's worked for me is being in other communities, and I know that sounds like, I don't know what that sounds like, but it sounds bad. Being active in my other communities has helped me so much. Oh, Twitter. Use Twitter. I've met some people from Twitter. I met Shep from Twitter. Best thing you learned as a content creator. My friend Lack of Talent gave me this advice, and I always have it in my head every time I create something. When you're going through like a YouTube video that you're gonna post or a TikTok, you have to think to yourself, you know, if you can't even get through it, what makes you another person's gonna get through it? Like, if you can't even watch yourself, if you can't, you know, find the entertainment in your video, what makes you think someone else is gonna like your video? Or like your TikTok? Or like your tweet? You know? Also, people are fake as fuck. Content creation gave me so many trust issues. I used to be one of those people that, like, I knew if you were a bad person or not, just the way I fucking looked at you. I can look at somebody and be like, okay, you're okay, but like, don't be friends with that person because they did this, this, and this. But I can be friends with that person. Now, can't fucking tell. Some of my best friends I still question to this day. How to find Discord mod applications will have be in the community for too long. If you're not in my mod Discord, I basically have a whole section of where you can find Twitch mod applications, Twitch mod applications, Discord mod applications, things like that. And then streamers that are also in that Discord post their Discord link to go in there and things like that. I feel like to even apply for a mod position in the first place, you have to be in the community for somewhat time. I think I went to like a couple Nessie streams and I was like, okay, now I'll apply. But I would say stay in there for like a month and then apply if they have an open. Or wait until the next one. You have to know what the streamer's like. You have to know how the mods act. You have to know how streams run. What's the routine, kinda. Oh, I have a whole YouTube video on how to find mod applications. What do you do with rude mods? Oh, I've dealt with this so many times. It depends. Again, it depends how bad it is. If it's like they said a comment to you, then I just don't interact with them. I'm like, you do you, you do me, and that's it. But if it's like to the point where like they're directing it at you, this happened to me when I first started modding. I went to the streamer. I was like, listen, I'm having an issue with this person. I haven't done anything to them. I was like, I don't know what the issue is, but like, can you talk to them for me and like try to like compromise, you know, come to a compromise? Because like, I'm one of those people that like, I can work in a space where I don't like a person, but I can also just be friendly. I have dealt with it my whole life through. I almost spilled my food. I would have been so mad. Through like high school, I've dealt with this where like people literally threaten me, but at the same time you have a class with them, right? So you kind of just like have to like shake it off and like, okay, be there. That's how I deal with it. I just if it escalates, I tell somebody about it and then they fix it for me.